Although apparently Yu-Gi-Oh! Zero is a lot more faithful.
I'm sure. I mean, now there's all kinds of crazy mechanics anyway, so why not?
That's true.
That game's Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans, you know it's true. Your game's messed up. It's like Marvel 3, but in a card game. You know, it's like there's a lot of FTKs and OTKs. I don't know about the current state of the meta, but I jump in once every couple of years.
Well, from what I understand, what's popular currently and what Stango is potentially at right now are tournaments for old like Yu-Gi-Oh! Rule sets.
Oh, he's playing like GOAT format or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, Dawson and Logan are new challengers for Justin Holiday, who we just had on the stream. No foxes. Probably didn't see that many times in teams today so far, right? Usually there's foxes on the stream.
Honestly, I like weird SD there. I like Double Sheik against this team comp.
I kind of see it, yeah. The one thing you have to watch.
Ooh, that was nice.
The one thing you have to watch out for is you don't want to let Dawson get you off stage.
No,
because otherwise they're very durable and their punish game kind of outstrips.
I mean, so far they've just bullied Logan by just hitting Dawson away and then going, "Hey, let's bully the Marth."
Yeah, which is
look at this.
And I mean, you can sort of box Puff out like that very often.
Nice, just like well-placed bear, and then all of a sudden Puff has to like wait or just get hit by it.
And Puff's greatest strength, also her greatest weakness, that she can fly around. Because she can disengage whenever she wants, but sometimes she's just so far away.
What do you think of the Puff Marth team comp anyway? I don't know. I mean, like, obviously Marth can grab and Puff can rest. Like, obviously that should be their game plan, and they haven't done it yet, right? So there's something to that.
That's a clear tactical plan. I think you need to play area control a lot. You kind of mix. I mean, they play, I think, in doubles the same way that a lot of Puffs play in singles, where you play a lot of zone control, and then you go for a tactical knockout punch every now and then, right?
Dawson's not much of a zone control Puff though in singles. I mean, he can't do it, of course, but he's like Mr. Grounded Puff, you know?
Yeah.
That's his whole forte, is that he's grounded as heck.
Yeah, he does the low stuff. But I mean,
he's like playing footsies with you with Puff, which is just crazy.
In teams, I see him full hopping over the side platforms and stuff a little more.
For sure.
I think part of the plan is both these characters in teams are pretty good at using the platforms to establish a command center or whatever. So I think one of them is doing that, and the other one's establishing control. It seems like usually Logan is the one they're throwing into the fire.
Which, I mean, that makes sense, right?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of natural for Puff to want to do that.
That's amazing.
I almost would. No, I guess.
It just kind of makes sense that that Double Sheik is bullying, like they're punching above their weight now. They're both. I don't think either of them are top 100 players, and they're playing against two top 100 players, right? So.
Yeah. Double Sheik is one of those teams that you don't see that often, but I think is actually okay.
I think it's top tier against certain team comps.
That's true.
Is how it goes.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, a Double Fox just walks all over Double Sheik.
One would hope, but sometimes Double Foxes lose to Double Sheik, so there's no shame in that.
Well, is that not just the glory of why we play and watch competitive sports and esports? Because the best team, the best comp, the best player doesn't always win?
Maybe Yes, that's true. Maybe I've begun, I don't know, getting older or playing other games. So I don't think character matters that much anymore. I mean,
you're talking to a Mario man.
In Melee, it does more. As long as you're As long as you're playing a high tier character, your journey's different. But I don't think the matchup, how many truly disastrous matchups are there, even in Melee, which is one of the most polarizing, right? Very few, I think.
No, for sure. I think there's only a few characters that are only a few characters are capable of having matchups like that are truly that polarizing.
Yeah.
And even then, it's only a couple matchups. It's not against the whole cast or nothing.
And there's still something you can do.
Like Bowser versus Sheik is kind of like the go-to, right? Look at them controlling stage more because it's FD.
Yeah, I was about to say.
The Sheiks don't have some fun platforms. There you go. That was smart. Nice and quick. Grab ledge.
And I have to say, their edge guarding has been pretty strong.
I think it could be better.
Definitely.
If I'm being honest. It's the two best edge guarding characters in the game, minus the fact that if you want to include Sheik, which is the other, having two Sheiks in regards to edge guarding, definitely helpful.
Oh, interesting. If that was my puff, I just run over there and drill Marth, give him a chance to come back. But, you know, honestly, Marth's probably dead anyway, even after you do that, so.
Yeah, and then Puff's all of a sudden in the middle of the
2 sheets.
Yeah.
I mean, it may have been a wise decision, but in that moment, there's no time to hesitate. So once you've made your decision, you have to go with it.
They got to communicate on that. I mean, it worked out, but
it can be hard to heat of the moment on occasion, you know. The Dawson drill. Oh,
nice fair. That fair was amazing by Dawson.
It's a big edge.
Both saving and edge guarding at the same time. Saving his teammate and edge guarding.
Yeah, it's the perfect move choice. It's stronger than Nair, but more more active in a way than Bear, right?
Yeah, it's kind of fair is kind of still a sex kick in a way.
Yes,
as it were.
Yeah, that's true. I thought of it that way. Very low fares from Logan. A lot of forward. Yeah, you know what? It makes sense. Getting with the Sheiks off the stage. Now the question is not on FD. Are they going to be able to employ this kind of strategy again? Like even Stadium has the side platforms, which will make this a little trickier.
It's getting a little cute with it, Dawson. I'm gonna get it. They're up by a lot.
If you can't hear on the stream, there's a little bit of Ohio to Pennsylvania to Philadelphia to Pittsburgh. Verbal jousting.
Yeah, I feel like Ohio and Pittsburgh are like of a region, right? Just like
they are. Yeah.
It's just like Philly and Jersey, or at least like Central South Jersey, right? Or kind of just a one region to a degree.
They're often put together, yes.
And Delaware used to be at least like there's definitely regionality, love in that sense.
Very few Delaware players these days.
Yeah, Delaware's dwindling, but they still exist and they're still strong.
A couple here.
Yeah, I was playing with Ragnite earlier. Some friendlies. That's fun games.
Okay, and they went to.
Interesting that they went to Pokemon.
Yeah, I was like, did I misremember who won the last game?
Yeah, I feel like this would be the best stage for them to implement the strategy they just used.
I agree.
I'm just kind of. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to commentate because I'm kind of blown as to why they chose the stage. It's kind of big.
I'm trying to catch what I mean. They are able to use the platforms to get different angles of attack.
Sure.
So that's changing the neutral.
That was a crazy kill off the top.
Was it really the neutral that we were worried about? Because I feel like.
No, yeah.
I don't know. I thought no.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought it was this part. Well, it was that part.
I mean, I guess that platform is helping you there.
Yeah, I mean, well, certainly better than FD.
They didn't want too big of a stage, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's just the alternatives are not as good as we're thinking, right? Because the alternatives are
bigger stages.
Dreamland, which is huge, and then
Yoshi's, right? They didn't play there yet.
And Yoshi's could be dangerous against these characters because the whole stage is the edge. And the one thing that we said from the get-go is, like, if Dawson gets you off stage or something, that could spell disaster. And on Yoshi is Logan, too.
And a tipper kills you at 40.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe this is surprisingly the next.
It's the work. Yeah, I guess. I mean, that was nice.
It's not a matchup we think about stages very often in, but it could be a quirk of the Double Sheik team, is that they have very strange stage selection patterns.
Yeah. Especially against, because we're not thinking about the best, thinking about the best stages of Marth and Puff right now, right? It's funny, I would say that Red has a lot more control than they did last game, but they're still losing. Although they're bringing it back. So they're splitting up and double teaming the Marth a lot more frequently in this game.
Logan sure has been willing to swing, hasn't he? I guess you need to be in teams.
That's Logan. That's also just Logan.
That's true. I mean, a lot of them have been hitting, so.
Yeah,
and trading. Like,
Logan's as good as he is for a reason.
Marth trading is always an interesting thing because he's so good at not trading sometimes because of the amount of disjoint.
Yeah.
But his moves do like no damage. That forward air is what, like 9% or something? So he traded with like 3 Sheik fairs or something. I don't think that's. I mean, maybe when you're up, it's just like the trade when you're up sort of thing.
Probably just that. I love Dawson, but it's kind of classic.
Jab him. Oh, they didn't do the jab thing. These aren't team players.
He jumps into it. I love it.
I feel like the jump makes it easier because you kind of like zone in with your drift, right? I can't do it when I don't jump. I don't know.
Well, there's the jump
And it's hard.
There's some people do it on the up going like HBox does it like he'll jump into it and not jump down onto it.
Yeah, I guess if you have the time, right? Usually you don't have time to drift down, but I feel like that'd be easier. It's 2-1.
This is just the. I mean, honestly, if they trusted their game plan, they take them back to where they went. I feel like this is more. I feel like this is them. I don't want to say being desperate, but Sheik does not have an advantage against either of these two characters on the stage. Just straight up.
That's why it's black. You did that.
Yeah, I'm thinking because Marth does tend to do pretty well on this stage in teams anyway. You just can control so much of the stage with a single swing.
Yep.
So yeah, maybe this is one of their better stages too. Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I don't think I've seen Logan play teams that much.
I have not, but I also maybe don't watch so much.
I've of course seen Dawson. I've played against Dawson many a time.
I think I have too.
Teams.
Although he was a different Dawson back when I played him a bunch.
True. He's grown. It's crazy.
Yeah. That was that well-executed forward smash. The blue team is up again after what looked like a really tough game.
It was an unfortunate SD actually that just brought him there. Oh, I'm surprised no grab on Logan right there.
Is
that death? Yeah.
Is Jigglypuff's bow black? Am I imagining this?
It's Black History Month. That's it.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's what they were saying?
Yeah, that's what they were just saying. Shout outs.
That's nice.
Shout outs.
Nice gesture. Oh, barely early on the forward smash. Wow. That's a little tough to hit because you can't get them time to shield, so you have to get them like in their landing, which is 4 frames of.
I can't believe this game's close right now. I mean, that's a product of the stage, right?
Yes, very much.
Of just how chaotic it is.
The Sheiks have really found their footing. They've had stage control for it feels like ages.
That's true.
Yeah, a smart decision to try to help. I think the roll was an accident because a down tilt or something saves them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or just throwing a needle, yeah.
Fair was a good catch. Yeah, needle probably does it.
No way he's mad at me.
I mean, this is super not over. She could definitely easy win this. Honestly, just get enough damage. Oh no, that was the opportunity. They could get Marth to like a true kill percent. Oh no, actually, this is just over.
Oh, it was.
Oh,
it was a chain, but it worked out.
Are they gonna do it, or is Dawson gonna clutch?
I mean, Puff is another character who can do 2v1s fairly well, and there aren't quite high percent. Yeah, that was the reverse fair to bear.
Wow! Grab the Puff.
Yeah, and
They're afraid to grab the Puff.
You have to make it look like you're going to hold the ledge, but then also you have to threaten both at the same time constantly. And Dawson using Puff's ability to disengage to get on the outside of the Sheiks. You don't want to be in the center.
Dawson's in actually controlling neutral, but against 2 characters right now.
Yeah, he's in a spot you don't want to be in, but they swung at each other. It's the thing from the superhero cartoon.
Yes, it is. Jeez Louise. He actually just won neutral against 2 characters.
Well,
it doesn't matter. Does not matter the fact that they had high percent. If you're disciplined in teams, that should not happen, right?
I think part of the maybe yeah. I see what you're saying.
I mean, Dawson just commanded it, so kudos to Dawson. I'm not trying to like poo-poo on the losers.
I think
they played well.
It was smart strategic decisioning because whenever he was in the center of them, he tried to go over to one side. Puff doesn't mind being on the ledge, right?
Yeah.
And so as long as there's only one Sheik in front of you, and maybe, I don't know, maybe the error is the second Sheik is too far away so you can't like counter punch or something. But it was like Dawson would get like one fair back air on a Sheik and the other one wouldn't be there. Whereas the one time he was stuck in the center, the Sheiks misspaced their like sandwich spacing, and one of them died.
Yeah, I feel like the end of that was them. I mean, I feel like both teams didn't typically team with each other a lot.